Y'all, so I set a goal to get to $120,000 in annual dividend income. And today I hit that fucking goal, right? So I'm like hella proud of myself. I'm hella happy. And I'm like grateful to be able to teach people like to follow suit, right? So like, as you might know, building a passive income portfolio is not easy. And it doesn't happen overnight. Like, you have to like stay consistent with it. But there's a beautiful upside to it, right? So if I make a lot of money in my active income, let's say, you know, my businesses generate a lot of money, or I have a job, a high paying job, but if I were to die or retire or stop working, then I'm not gonna get paid as much, you know, so there goes all my income. But with a passive income portfolio, like rental properties or dividend paying stocks, like if I just got hit by a car right now, my family's gonna, you know, still get the money. Like, these companies that I own shares in still gonna pay me dividends, you know. My tenants still gotta pay rent. So it's not a fucking get rich quick type of thing. Like, it takes time, skill, capital to build, but it's worth building, because you want to be able to turn around and pass that portfolio on to your children and their children and their children and their children. And that's the whole generational wealth. So one of the main reasons I like dividend paying stocks, let's say, versus real estate, although, you know, I have rental properties, I love real estate too, but I don't have to buy one entire house. I don't need to have a down payment for one entire house. I don't need to have the cash for one entire house. Like, if I have an extra $30 sitting around and I spend $30 on something that pays me $3, $4, $5 a year, and I can do that every time I got an extra $30 sitting around, or if I got an extra $10, or I got an extra $100, so I can slowly build this portfolio. I can buy a few shares every week, or, you know, maybe I get a raise at my job and I can just slowly start building. I don't have to wait to make that one large purchase. I can build this portfolio, you know, kind of consistently. I can be consistent with buying. So this ain't something that's going to happen overnight. You have to build. You have to build. You have to build. You have to use some of your income to, you know, buy income producing assets like stocks or real estate. And you have to use some of your income to help you grow your active income, like starting a business or a side hustle or something like that. So there's like a lot of like arguments about like 9 to 5 versus like entrepreneurship, blah, blah. Trust me, all that shit is stupid, right? That shit is dumb. But think about this. If LeBron James makes $30 million a year playing basketball, and then next year he doesn't play basketball, he's not going to get paid $30 million. Nor can his kids inherit that $30 million a year salary, right? But what they can inherit, what they can live off of for the rest of his life or their life, is all the assets that $30 million a year bought him. So if he took some of that income and he bought real estate, he can continue to eat off of that. Or if he bought dividend paying stocks, or he has like a stock portfolio that pays him or whatever, his children can eat off of that, and their children can eat off of that. So even for the people out there that just have, you know, that have jobs or whatever, take that money and go buy real estate, go buy stocks, go buy things that your children can eat off of. Because one day you're not going to work anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, one day you're not going to work, you're going to retire, you're going to get hurt, you're going to get sick, you're going to get fired, something. Income producing assets, that's the name of the game. Real estate, muni bonds, dividend paying stocks, businesses that you don't work at, that's the name of the game. You take your money from working, you take your active income, and then you flow it into things that pay you for owning it, right? So that's the whole name of the game. You take all your money that you get actively and you invest it, and you invest it, and you invest it. So then you don't have to touch your principal. So if you have $500,000 that pays you, if you have a $500,000 portfolio that pays you $50,000 a year, $40,000 a year, or whatever, you live off of that $40K and you never touch the $500K. And the $500K, the stocks keep going up, or your real estate portfolio keeps appreciating, and you never touch the $500K. If you have $500K and you start pulling out $40,000 a year, the money be gone in 12 years, you know? So you just want to set yourself up so you live off of your interest, you live off of your dividend payments, you live off your rental income, and you never touch the principal. So check this out. Believe it or not, there's somebody out there who just got paid this month and will get paid next month and next month and next month from investments their parents made 30 years ago, or their grandparents made 30, 40, 50 years ago. They still own the assets. They still own the stock portfolio. They invested in Johnson & Johnson in 1965 and they're still paying dividends. They invested in ExxonMobil or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you can take $10,000 and this $10,000 today can produce income for the next 100 years, you know? And eventually it's going to be producing more than $10,000 a year on a long enough scale. And this is what compound interest does. So we want to make sure that our kids and their kids and their kids are going to be eating off the moves we made. They're going to be able to inherit assets that pay income. So that's the whole name of the game. It's not a get rich quick thing. It's not a you're going to be rich tomorrow, but we're going to make sure that we pass our wealth down from generation to generation. So I knocked out that first goal, 120K. So now I'm going to aim for $250,000. So imagine $250,000 a year from doing absolutely nothing. That's going to take some income. So I still got to be out here hustling, right? Like I'm not about to take my foot off the gas, because I need more income, more active income, so I can buy more passive income. So I need to focus on growing my business. I need to focus on, launching new products, new services, new information, all that stuff. So I can take that money and I can just go ahead and keep buying more stocks that are going to pay me more income. That's going to buy me more stocks. That's going to pay me more income. That's going to buy me more stocks that pay me more income. Right? That's the fucking loop. That's the whole loop. Right? So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Getting money is important, but buying income is very, 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 very important. And it's not something that we talk about often, right? Because we don't really see people who are receiving interest payments or dividend payments from shit that happened 50 years ago, but we're going to be that generation.